Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Corrodor here, keeping it tanky in Raid Shadow Legends, and today we are going to look at a team that is able to consistently, with books, farm Spider Hard 10. It's going to be kind of finicky, but if you build it right, it'll work like a charm. So we are going to start here with Lady Mikage. She is not necessary for this team to work. The only reason we have her on the team is for this AoE weaken, just so that way when the spiderlings die, they deal that much more damage to the boss. Any AoE weaken champion will work. I'm just using Lady Mikage because she's the only one I have available at the moment. Up next, you are going to need Mithrala Lifebane or any kind of AoE Hex champion that's on the tanky side. Mithrala is just perfect because not only does she bring the Hex with the increased defense and increased attack, but she also brings a cleanse with strengthen and shield. So that's fantastic. Helps us stay alive, and you'll see why we need the Hex in just a moment. It is part of the use case with the linchpin for this team.
Hold up, click the link in the description right now to get a free Uugo, as well as 2 more free epic champions as you level up. Here are the steps to get yours. Step 1, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. This is an amazing account start to Raid, so click the link and start now.
Then we also have my favorite Void Legendary at the moment, Raka Viletide. She's here to provide support just to keep everyone alive. She's got a massive shield here with increased attack and a full cleanse. She also has block debuffs, so that can be handy, as well as a AoE revive in case someone dies. And then she also provides healing and a little bit of turn meter every once in a while, so that's nice. Then we also have Corvus the Corruptor here. He's good to bring decreased attack as well as the poisons just to provide some extra damage and the damage reduction from enemies under poison. So he's just a great champion for this team. And then finally, the champion that brings this team together and is the absolute linchpin is Akemtum. This Void Epic is an absolute game changer for how you farm Spider because of his passive here. Hexblood has a 100% chance when booked. You really want this passive booked. I just don't have the books on hand to do it right now. Has a 100% chance of inflicting damage from 1 poison debuff to enemies under a Hex debuff whenever their allies receive damage from poison debuffs. So with the amount of poisons that we are throwing out, as long as we have Hex up and Akemtum alive, we are going to be dealing a massive amount of damage to the boss, as well as the spiderlings, which is going to kill them, which is going to do damage to the boss. So that's going to be the entire strategy here. Now, it is important that you run Akemtum as close to 230 speed as you can get, and then try to run him with enough accuracy. Since I'm running Lady Mikage, there will be increased accuracy on the team, so I was able to get away with this 276 here. But yeah, you want him to get to 230 speed as close as you can get. If you go over, that's fine. Everybody else on the team just has to be faster. Then you need the accuracy to do what you're going to do, and then you have to make sure that he stays alive so that his passive will activate. Other than that, all you need is for, again, everybody to be faster than Akemtum. We've got Mithrala coming in 2 speed faster, so that way she can land the Hex before he gets a turn, and then everybody else there is just kind of to provide additional poisons or support. So yeah, that's the team. So let's go in here and we'll show you the team preset, because there is a specific order that we want things done. So Akemtum is set to use his A1 first, so that way he's throwing out poisons and not wasting his Hex. Raka is set to provide the cleanse and the shield first, just to make sure that Akemtum doesn't die, because the spider boss will get a turn with this team. Then Mithrala is set up to open with the and to prioritize the A2, so that way we get the Hex out again just before Akemtum. And then Corvus is going to throw out his poisons, and Mikage is set to metamorph, and then she will do her A3, which will be the AoE weaken skill, and she will not use the A2 or metamorph back. But the run shouldn't last long enough for her to get the chance. So that's the team preset. Yeah, this team works. Mithrala doesn't even need her ascensions for this team to work. The stats are a little difficult, but if you can protect Akemtum, then they get a whole lot easier. So yeah, let's just show you how this team works. Shout out to the people on my Discord for telling me how to build this team. It's going to be a massive, massive game changer for this account. So yep, there we go. Then Mikage will metamorph and throw up the AoE weaken. Corvus with the poisons. Mithrala with the hex. Then Akemtum's going to A1, putting out more poisons. And yeah, boom. Just because Akemtum is there, that passive just took the boss down to half HP. And now we're just going to try to do it again. And that should be all we need for this run. The only thing that wrecks this run is if Akemtum dies. And so you see, he applies the hex. He doesn't even need to put it on all of the minions. Ideally, he will, but it's not necessary. And just like that, in 45 seconds, Spider Hard 10 is defeated. This is crucial for getting good accessories as well as farming up a lot of silver. You need a ton of silver in this game, and as a low spend free-to-play player, it is critical to get it as quickly as possible. Now, if you're going strictly for silver, Spider 20 on normal is the most energy optimal. However, if you want to take the chance at getting good gear while you're in the process, go for Spider Hard because it's still a ton of silver with a chance to get mythical accessories. So that's really the team. I'll show the run one more time just so you get a feel for how it looks. Come in, Raka will buff to protect, then Mikage metamorphs to apply the weaken, as well as the increased accuracy for Akemtum. Then Corvus throws out a ton of poisons. Mithrala throws out Hex. Akemtum throws out a couple more poisons, as well as debuff spreads. And boom, then the spider goes down to half health. It's even better when you get a Brimstone proc. I got Brimstone on Corvus, so that's why that's there. And then Mithrala cleanses to get the sleep off of Akemtum. He throws up the hexes, and that should be it. Yep. And then everybody dies. So you don't even need AoE poison. You really just need a lot of poison stacked up on the boss and then hex on the minions. I just like using Corvus because he puts out a lot of poisons. So yeah, that's the team. Akemtum coming in with 5 million and Corvus coming in with 4. It's a very simple team. Again, the only two champions here that kind of have to be there are Mithrala and Akemtum. Akemtum being the most important. And you need Akemtum in the lead for the speed tuning purposes. But yeah, otherwise you just need someone to keep Akemtum alive. Well, you need Mithrala's hex. You need extra poisons in order to make the run faster. And then you need an AoE weakened champion. But yeah, that is it. Let me know if you guys end up using this team. I know I'm going to be using it for the foreseeable future because it's just that good. It will get even better once Akemtum's passive is booked. That is one thing that you need to be aware of. If the passive is not booked, there will be a chance for the run to fail. So you really need to prioritize booking that passive in order to get that team to work at its peak efficiency. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing that this champion really needs. I put the Drought of Ire on him just because it gives him some extra HP, as well as he only has one active skill, so that effect will work in longer battles. But yeah, this passive is all you need, and then just hit the stats and you'll be good to go. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments if you end up using this team. If you already are, do you see any adjustments that I could make other than obviously like booking and ascending Mithrala? But yeah, there you go, guys. Let me know if it helps you out. I love hearing from you guys in the comments. With all that being said, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tanky.